What up, y'all? It's Chris Weathers, aka Shorty C94, back at you again with yet another live. This is actually episode 2 of Flagrant 1 and 2. What's up, Brian? Byran SG, my bad. Chris87, what's going on? I have Kicks, he got game. What's going on? About to get started in just a second. Flagrant 1 and 2. How's everybody been doing? Anybody get lucky with the threes? See it with some double ups out there. What's up, 145th in Amsterdam? The legend, Visa. What's going on? What's up, CDI, NKI? Come back to C-Town. Hey, that might be a thing, man. That might be a thing. I need some kicks. What's up, iLap? I got them from JD's. What's up? It's just tequila. What's up, Bossed Up Trevi? What's up, Mr. Kingsley Closet? What's going on? About to get started here shortly. Flagrant 1 and 2. Not much, man. I'm just trying to get like y'all, man. Everything's good this way. At least for now. What's up? I am David99. Yeah, so now that the threes is out the way, what's on everybody's radar next? What's up, Kim, with the 2 M's? What's going on? Cleveland in the house. Is that an easy hoodie from his collection? I heard you getting some snow. Yeah, it snowed down here. In a matter of speaking, Earl. In a matter of speaking, it's a really old hoodie. SB4s, playoff 8s, Palomino 1s. What's up, Glorious CJ? Okay, we've got our co-host here. Got my reach backs on my list. All right.
Hello.
Hey, episode 2. Let's go.
Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. Sorry I'm a little bit late. I had to speak on the phone with my mother, Cassandra Tate, so she was holding me up.
Dan Tate in the house.
I'm Beauty by Zarina. So welcome to episode 2 of Flagrant. Episode 2 of Flagrant 1 and 2. Catch me at Beauty by Zarina on Instagram. You ready to kick the show off, Chris?
Yeah, I've been ready, I just woke up like 5 minutes ago, so yeah, I'm ready.
Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. Oh, hey, Asha, this is my cousin. Hey. This is Enio Chasing Join. Hey, what's up? All right. So let's talk about Ja Morant. Let's kick things off. And I know it's been a couple of weeks since about a week or so, actually, since we heard about the reports of him flashing a gun on Instagram that came out. So I kind of want to just touch on what that means for the Grizzlies, what that means for Ja Morant's career trajectory, and what it means for him now. And I'll just start off by saying I just feel like, what are you doing? Like, nigga, what the fuck are you doing? Aside from the fact that he comes from a 2-parent household, and aside from the fact that, like, he it's just, I really do think the Grizzlies need some sort of veteran presence on the team. I think the lack of character or the lack of character he's showing is pretty telling. And it also makes me kind of question like the Grizzlies leadership. Like, who are you surrounding John Morant with? Are you letting him have control of the franchise? And are you actually like doing what's in the team's best interest and what's in his best interest, like development wise going forward? So
I think most teams in general need a veteran presence. I mean, the NBA is so much younger than it was even 10 years ago, especially 20 years ago, that um, the voice of reason in the locker room can't be the coach. It has to be a player, and it doesn't necessarily need to be the marquee player all the time. Like, to me, for the Lakers, their emotional leader with Kobe and Shaq, or Kobe and Gasol, was always Derek Fisher. You know, he wasn't necessarily a vet, but he was their emotional, kind of compass. So it's hard to say. I mean, between Ja doing what he's doing and, of course, we're going to talk about Dylan Brooks in a little bit. It's hard to say. I mean, remember, like you were saying, we were talking earlier, Melo went through some of these challenges when he was on Denver.
yeah, yeah. Um, you think about it, when he went through those challenges on Denver, was AI on the team and Chauncey, was it around that time, or was he on the Knicks when all that stuff was going on?
No, he was on the Nuggets, and it was actually before Iverson or Chauncey were there. So I don't know if it was Jordan. I don't know who got him together, but somebody did.
Yeah. And just reading some of the comments, Mr. Kingsley H. Closet said Memphis got no leadership at all, and he got too damn hype. I do agree that they are overhyping themselves, but I also look at the coaching staff. Like, how much control does the coaching staff really have? Like, I don't know what. So you made a great point. We were speaking about this earlier. Certain coaches that were good in the NBA back then wouldn't be able to coach these same guys now. We're talking about the Larry Browns of the world and the Phil Jacksons. This shit wouldn't have flew with them if they were head coaches of the Grizzlies now. But again, it's a different era. So I definitely think they do need some sort of veteran presence. I mean, Steven Adams is supposed to be their veteran guy, but I mean, he only can control or say but so much. So I know that it was a report of him saying for them not to go out that night, that they lost in Denver, but they did it anyway. So, you're not going to control these guys, but you also have to make them aware of their image and what they put out, and, them putting themselves in compromising situations. So, again, these are young dudes with money. They're going to enjoy life. And it's like, you just have to be aware of who's recording, who's watching you, and what they're putting out on social media. So, but I do think at some point, I think over the offseason, I think the Grizzlies will look at getting some sort of veteran presence. It doesn't even have to be a vet that's going to play, but just have that locker room presence. So
The other thing I think we need to realize is that, and it's not like I'm blaming him for it, but players have so much more power than they had before. A lot of that is because of LeBron. The decision changed so many things, but the players themselves have a lot more power than they used to have, where before it's like if certain stuff would happen, it'd only be like a Michael Jordan or Magic level player that could do certain things. Now anybody can pretty much do anything. I'm not saying anybody, but if you got a little bit of anything, like if Ja wants to leave Memphis, it's because of the decision. And that's also part of it too. Let's see here. Coaches have never dictated what players do outside the gym. Players back in the day used to fly to Vegas and gamble and play game 6 of the playoffs. We cannot blame the coaches.
well,
It's not
I'll
that,
say to that though. Oh, go
no,
ahead. Sorry, go ahead,
it's not
Chris.
that we're blaming the coaches, but it was just the locker room was different, and he's right. I mean, but I don't know. Like, that makes me think of Phil Jackson with Dennis Rodman, but it was just, I don't know. Chuck Daly and Phil Jackson are old school coaches that probably couldn't coach today. But it's kind of like if you're a coach and you have some control, you got to know how your players move. Like he knew Dennis Rodman needed to go, away to
Yeah.
clear his head to come back, and he still was able to plug in. I don't know. What were you going to say?
I was just gonna say there wasn't social media back then like it is now. So although the players did do that, and a lot of shit was kept under wraps, like of course we know certain players had gambling addictions and cocaine addictions. Like Spencer Haywood comes to mind. Like everybody knew, like there was vices, but I just think that it's such a scrutiny with social media that you have to be careful because it just wasn't that back then, you know. So
Social media,
that's really all I.
it does change things, and then the environment that the player lands is different too. I mean, this isn't nothing about Memphis because times I've been to Memphis, I like it there. It's fun, but you know, part of your brand is being on the scene and being with rappers and looking a certain way.
Yeah, I mean, you look at his dad, T. Morant. I mean,
No, Usher.
um, yeah, you look at that and you're just,
It's a touchy situation.
what
It's hard to say.
brand?
I was just gonna say the other picture where they have all the money on the floor and he's got the stripper on him. Like it's a lot of us regular had that kind of situation happen without pro ball. So some of this
Right.
you can't really be too hard on because that could be me, John Morant, the CEO of a company, stockbroker, whoever. We've all. I ain't gonna say we've all, but you know what I'm saying.
And I think a lot of the backlash that they're getting from this, it's a bad PR storm all around because you all have essentially either directly or indirectly anointed yourselves as one of the top teams in the Western Conference and basically a perennial championship contender. If it was somebody on the Rockets, if it was like Kevin Porter Jr., nobody would care. If it was Jalen Green, no one would care. But I just think that with all the notoriety, with all the trash talking they've been doing, it is a bad look. And if they flame out in the playoffs again, I think that there will be some changes made to their roster, and the perception of them will, from the public, if they don't deliver in the playoffs, I think it would change. So,
I really like those braids.
thank you. I appreciate that. I've kept
Baby
them
hair.
in, trying to get these baby hairs to lay flat, but it's been a little rough these couple weeks.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but
Thank you.
no problem. No problem.
And just wanted to take a break and just say, hey, thank you for everybody joining in. I believe Denise joined in. Hello. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Flagrant 1 and 2. We're just discussing things that have happened in the NBA over the past couple of weeks. We're going to talk about some matchups. We're going to look at the play-in picture and, discuss a few marquee matchups coming up next week. So.
Yep. Hey, a lot of my sneaker people done gone. They ain't talking about sneakers. Pum. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. Well, what do we have next? To me, the situation with him is up in the air. But what we got next?
We're gonna talk about Draymond and Dylan Brooks. About how also another stain with the Grizzlies PR is Dylan Brooks. You're now becoming one of the most hated players in the league, but it seems like you're trying to become or you almost think as if you're on the same level as your predecessor of Draymond Green. So, and Draymond Green and Brooks have had history, And Draymond recently said on the podcast that basically the dynasty will start, I guess, with the Grizzlies after Dillon Brooks leaves, not with him there. So there have been some stuff said back and forth, and just I don't know. I just think it's interesting with Dillon Brooks. It's like, what have you done to, like, are you really a pest? I'm not sure, because it's not like you're a dirty player. You're not really a pest. That's the way that I look at it. Like, from the situation with Donovan Mitchell to other situations, even stemming back to the playoffs from last year, I don't think of him as a pest in a way of, I think about a Patrick Beverly, or even like who else is like a really pesky, like dirty player? Not even dirty, but really pesky, like gets under your skin type of player. I just feel like,
Some old ones from back in the day. I can't think of anybody current.
yeah, but just, a competitor gets under your skin. Like, I just think he's stupid. That's just my opinion. I just think that your team is not. I don't know. You haven't performed enough on the big stage for you to become the villain of the NBA. I just think you're trying really hard to become something that, I don't know. You really need experience, and you need to do this shit on the biggest stages, and you haven't done that yet. So
Yeah, Grizzlies as a whole, they talk a lot to not have won nothing.
And then I am David 99 is just going back to the Ja incident. It's not just the club incident. It's his friend pointing lasers at the Pacers team bus. It's the incident with the 17-year-old and him once again pulling the gun out. His behavior is the issue. Oh, absolutely. We're not saying it's not. I just think that from the standpoint of when you look at in the history of NBA players that have had off the court issues, for the ones that have stayed in the NBA and actually righted the ship and actually went on to be productive, contributing players to the NBA, what was that factor that got them on the right track? And I think that having that, like, veteran presence is what kind of pushed them on put them on the right track. But you also look at things like Gilbert Arenas. Didn't he basically get kicked out of the league for bringing a gun into the locker room? Like,
It wasn't
that's the other situation that this way could play out. This thing can play out. So
it damaged his image, and I mean, it was that, but it was other stuff too. Gilbert Wild. Like, if y'all have ever in the hoops and you want to look at the or listen to really good podcast, the No Chill Gil, it's entertaining.
oh
Some of
yeah.
the stories, but we'll see. Hopefully this young man can kind of right the ship for his brand and for his team, and we'll see what happens.
Okay. All right. What are your thoughts on, like, the Dillon Brooks situation?
You can't talk until you won something. I mean, Draymond has at least won stuff, so
Yeah.
it does seem like this situation. It kind of reminds me of Noah and KG when Noah was a young player and he was trying to guard KG, and he was like, "Man, that was a good move. Show me the move." And KG was like, "Nigga, what did you say to me? Like, are you speaking to me?" Now, that was a little wild. He could have, did that, but, it's all of the competitor you are. But he had won something by that point. You can't really talk until you've done something, especially talking to somebody who has won 4 championships. You can't tell me nothing.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
What you going to tell me?
Yeah. I definitely agree with that. Like, what? It's almost like a clown show. Like, what are your court jester? Like, what are you doing, sir? Like, actually make it to the Western Conference Finals or the championship, for that matter, before you start doing these antics and trying to be like me. Draymond's basically taking it like, you're like you're trying to be like me so bad, but I'm the original, I'm the blueprint. So, like, pay respect to me. So that's the way I look at it. So
Yeah, it'd be like Draymond trying to talk shit to Dennis Rodman if they were playing at the same time, something like that. They'd be like,
yeah.
so we'll
Yeah.
see. I mean, if they end up meeting in the playoffs, that'd really be fun.
Yeah. Yeah, that would. I mean, it'll be, I don't know. If they meet in the playoffs again this year, I don't feel too confident about the Grizzlies advancing against the Warriors if that were to happen. I really don't. And I personally think the Warriors are done, but if they meet up, I think the Warriors would have a little extra juice for them in a matchup.
Because even though those guys are getting long in the tooth and they have a lot of miles on them, they still know how to win.
Yeah.
You know, I don't believe that Memphis or a few other teams really know how to win. Yeah, you can win a game, but can you beat me in a 7-game series? Is
Right.
your coach able to make the right adjustments? Are you able to really lock in and stay away from the off the court, distractions like having guns on Instagram and beating up 17-year-old kids and
Pointing lasers at pointing lasers at the
yeah,
ops.
can you
Right.
really do it? Because if you want to be on, I hate to say it like this, but if you want to be on young fuck nigga shit, you're not gonna win.
Yeah. Yep.
So,
Yeah.
but we'll see. I still think Golden State has what it takes to win a championship. I just don't think that they will.
I agree with that sentiment. I know we talked about this last time on the last podcast. You feel like the West is wide open. I still think it's Denver's to lose. I really do. I still think it's Denver's to lose.
Lakers are gonna win the championships, Arena.
You guys in the audience,
Let's go, Lakers.
throw in your predictions. I'm not going to say anything because, he said the West is wide open. He's a Lakers fan through and through. Do you think they're going to hold up that long? Do you think AD is going to be able to stay on the court? You think LeBron's going to be able to be effective once he comes back from this injury?
Listen, we've known each other since 2007. We were a couple for more than 2 years. You know what I'm going to say. Act like you know me, of course. Of course.
I mean, they have a puncher's chance.
A puncher's chance.
They have a puncher's chance.
Okay. What's the next topic?
Yes, a couple people in the comments.
Closet.
I don't know. I know it's not going to be the Lakers. Maybe the Western Conference Finals, but not the finals. But hey, I could be wrong. You said the West is wide open, so hey, I'm gonna leave it there.
Who you really think Denver, the Nuggets? You think they have what it takes to beat the Lakers?
In a 7-game series in the Western Conference Finals. Let's just say they both make it there.
It's not going to be about Jokic. It's going to be Jamal Murray and the other kid. I never can remember his name. I think Michael Porter Jr.
Who would be the team to beat? I think, and I'm probably wrong, whatever. We don't know what's going to happen in the playoffs. But I think as far as who's going to the finals from the East is going to be Milwaukee. Yeah. Giannis can't be stopped. That's just my prediction.
All you got to do is just front him, and it makes it harder for him to do his thing. I don't have a lot of faith in those other guys. I mean, Middleton is good. But like yesterday, Drew Holiday, it was somebody wide open. He tried to drive it, and Curry and Looney together, package shot. Like, without Giannis, I don't know.
I mean, but you could say that for any team's megastar.
Nah, I mean, as much as we've already maligned them on the show, Memphis knows how to win without Ja.
They won't go very far. They still won't go very far.
They were already. I mean, the Phoenix got rid of a lot of their youth, but they have and will have to probably win without KD.
Yeah, the Suns have too much of an asterisk by them for their health, like Booker, Paul, Durant.
Yeah. Boston going to the finals. Now,
I
Kingsley,
I seen
as
them collapse too much.
as a Lakers fan, I can't say anything about the Celtics. There are teams I hate more than the Celtics. I shouldn't say that, but I just got to see it. I mean, they got some young dogs. They have a lot of continuity. That group has been together mostly since 2017 when LeBron was still on the Cavs. I mean, it took everything the Cavs had to beat them in 2018. You remember that?
Yeah,
Tatum dunked on LeBron, and everybody
fucking
thought it was going to be, you know. So we'll see.
fucking Al Horford is always like a thorn in the Cavs' ass.
Hey,
Like
every team has a
always.
player like that where they light up as soon as they get in the arena. Like, again, for the Lakers, it's Damian Lillard. Anytime he comes in the Staples, or my bad, Crypto, I'm still going to call it the Staples. Anytime he plays in the Lakers building, he lights them up. Every time. Whether we're in the bubble, no matter where we at, we lose. So,
Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, like today, I was watching the Cavs and fucking Scary Terry was lighting our ass up. Like, it's because you from Shaker Heights, nigga, or something? Because, man, I mean, we put
Shaker,
the Clemson in the fourth quarter,
yeah,
but
wear Shaker colors, sort of with the red and the rips there. Shaker Heights Red Raiders. Terry Rozier. I really wish he was on the Lakers.
Caramel Wonder, hey, what's up, girl? Thank you
Danny
so much for
Shade.
joining.
Danny Shade in this thing. We finally Facebook friends. I'm excited. What's up,
Uh.
Marlon? So,
Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. So that kind of brings us into our next topic where we're talking about the standings. We're talking about and I'll keep an eye on time because I know we need to watch the Lakers and the Knicks. And I absolutely hate the Knicks. I have like an irrational hatred of them. So I'm actually going to be rooting for your Lakers. I absolutely hate them.
I don't think that you liked. I don't think you liked the Knicks when we were together. I think you hated them then too.
They're a poverty for them to be in the city that they're a poverty franchise. Their ownership is horrible. Like they've like fucking fucked up on so many opportunities to make their team better. I literally do not like them. They're a terrible franchise. And they'll be cursed as long as the Dolans own them. So
That's how I feel
that's how
about
I
the
feel
Clippers.
about them.
Being the Clippers, no matter who they get, they're still the Clippers.
Man. All right, so we're looking east. We'll start with the Eastern Conference. So we did talk a little bit about the West. So right now, 1 through 6, number one, the Bucks, Celtics, 76ers, Cavs in fourth, Nets in fifth, Knicks in sixth. We got Heat and the Hawks in seventh and eighth, and then Raptors and the Bulls in ninth and 10th. All right, let's start with the play-in. So Heat, Hawks. If the playoffs were to start today, um, and Mr. Kingsley said the Nets are trash. I don't know about that because they've beaten some good teams lately. I don't know if it's sustainable, but they've had some surprising outings as far as the teams that they've been beating, and they've been coming back. And I'm like, is this just like a bunch of no-name niggas on the team? Like, yeah, we ain't trash like they think we are. We're gonna show them, and then they just falter as soon as the playoffs come around. Like
They got a bunch of Phoenix's youth guys that probably shouldn't have traded, for KD. I don't think that they're. I mean, obviously, it's not star-studded. It's not Harden, Kyrie, and KD, but they've got some good basketball players over there. I mean, Spencer
yeah,
Dinwiddie was like an OG Brooklyn Nets when they moved. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, so we'll see.
yeah.
We'll see. But if that's the play-in situation, I've got the Nets over the Hawks just because.
Well, no,
You
the Nets are in fifth. They actually leapfrogged the Knicks to take over the fifth place spot, and they beat Denver today in Denver.
Sometimes
So
talking about Denver, like Denver is the. You know what I mean? Like we
you're
talk about
you're
Denver.
you're you not believing in Denver is
I
funny.
never will. Only 2 times they made it to the Western Conference Finals. They got beat by us both times, 1985 and 2009. It will happen again, and 2020. Yeah, we stop them every time. The Nuggets can't beat the Lakers in a Western Conference Finals. It just can't happen. It just can't happen.
No.
You know, them people, I'm gonna just say, want Jokic to be Larry Bird so bad they're trying to give him a third straight MVP. But we'll talk about that in a minute. No, I don't think that they can beat. They can.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, the KD and Kyrie-less Nets beat them. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but my thing is though, I feel like the Nets are on a high right now. They're playing probably really hard. They're probably playing with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder, especially the youth that got, traded from Phoenix with a point to prove. But how is that going to hold up in a 7-game series down the stretch? I don't think they don't have a star player. They don't have a go-to guy.
It's like you used to say when we was together, we playing for pride.
No, I ain't say that shit.
No, you used to say that when they try to come back on the Cavs. We playing for pride.
No, I never said
that.
I never said that.
Mm-hmm.
I plead the fifth. I don't remember saying that. I recant whatever statement I made back then, like 10, 12 years ago.
Yeah. Now's about the time. But nah.
All right. But let's talk about the Hawks and the Raptors. Like, both of them they have a lot of decisions. Didn't the Hawks hire Quinn Snyder? It just goes to show you we don't give a fuck about the Raptors or the Hawks. I thought that's what happened. I thought they hired him and he's their new head coach because they did get rid of Nate McMillan. And to your point about what we were talking about earlier, Trae Young being the new Isaiah, the little Isaiah Thomas, the one that used to play in Boston, hold the ball for
20 seconds.
20. I just think that, I don't know. I really don't care about them either. I don't know what Toronto is doing. Like, I don't know what hope they have or what they're going to do in the offseason. I mean, they got Siakam. They got Anunoby. They got, what's his name? Van Vliet, which he's...
Oh, Baby Drake.
They got, what's his name, too? The rookie of the year prior. What is his name?
Listen, if it's not Vince Carter, Tracy McGrady, Kawhi Leonard, Chris Bosh, if it's nobody like that, it doesn't matter. Okay? It doesn't even matter.
But what we're saying is, okay, in a playoff or a playing game, who do you got? The Heats. The Heats.
The Bostons. Now, I know you remember that.
Just a side note, I like to put an S at the end of every NBA team if I can't think of their name right away.
Bostons.
The Bostons,
I mean,
the Heats.
The Heat really should be further, have the Lowry, Butler, and Oladipo, like Pat Riley leadership. Spoelstra's been there forever. They should be better than they are, and they're still a team I wouldn't want to see in a 7-game series. I mean, they're still a recent finals contender. They were just in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah. To me, it's the way that I look at it with the Heat, and somebody made a point of this too, they really can't shoot. Last year was like a fluke shooting season for them. I mean, Strus and what's that guy, Hero off the bench, they can light it up, but I don't know. They're an odd team too. It's like everybody had these high expectations, and you guys are faltering now. I don't know what they need to do. I don't know if Jimmy Butler's going to want to stay there. I don't know.
Now, I keep stressing, we've known each other for a long time. So I can say this to you without you judging me, but I remember before I knew who the Struss was, I'm like, man, was that Shane Battier out there? Like, is he light-skinned?
Oh,
We're
my
31.
God.
I'm like, damn, this can't be Shane Battier. It was like 10 years ago.
Oh, my God.
So,
I feel like they're inconsistent. They do have some inconsistent shooting. So, and my apologies, it's actually for the play-in. It will be the Heat and the Hawks, and then the Raptors and the Bulls. If it came down to the play-in game, I'm going with the Heat.
I will go with the Heat too.
Yeah, and then if we're going Hawks and Raptors, or sorry, for Raptors and Bulls, I'm definitely taking the Raptors. The Bulls are, I'm not understanding what they're doing with the direction of their franchise right now. I don't know why they stood pat at the trade deadline. I mean, you have Zach LaVine, you have DeMar DeRozan, you have Vucevic, you have all these guys who aren't really alphas.
Alex Caruso.
Yeah, like I'm not understanding what they're doing with their franchise. So that's a lot. I think they'll blow it up after this year. I mean, because what other? You're not going to win with DeMar DeRozan as your primary star. Like he's just not good enough. And
they were so good last year. I don't mean to cut you off, but they were so good, and he was having such a good season last year. For this year, they've just I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it either. I don't know if it's coaching. I don't know if it's spacing, if they have issues with it. I know injuries have been an issue too as well, so I'm not sure what their direction is going to go. But if it comes down to it, from the Raptors and the Bulls standpoint, I definitely think the Raptors would take that game. And then you're looking at a play-in game between the Hawks and the Raptors. I'm still taking Raptors for the eighth seed, like when it's all said and done. I think they're talented. I think that they can catch fire. Do I think they beat the Bucks in the 7-game series? Absolutely no. So
right to number one. I mean, I know it's 1-8, but of course not. I mean, you never know though. I mean, we was talking earlier, you and I remember about how one seeds of surprise day seeds. I mean, I remember when I was in 7th grade, the Nuggets took down the Sonics. Sonics was number 1 team in the league, and of course, the We Believe Warriors with Dallas. You never know. You never know, especially if Giannis don't come.
No, it's not happening. It's not. All right, and we're looking. Okay, so we're looking at this. So we're looking at potentially number 2, the Celtics versus the Heat. Who you got? That'll be interesting. Because I still don't think true. I don't think the Heat are pushovers. So.
Nah. I mean, if maybe Pat Riley would come out of the office and start coaching them niggas himself. Eric, you got the week off. I'm gonna go down there and see what's up.
Yeah. And shout out to everybody joining in the room. Thank you so much for coming to Flagrant 1 and 2. Me and Chris are now just talking about the playoff standings. So if the playoffs were to start today, we're looking at the Eastern Conference, and so. We said Celtics and Heat could go either way. 76ers and Knicks, if the playoffs started today, that'll be a good series. I hate both of those teams. I could care less.
76ers, man. I mean, Julius Randle can only do so much. The Brunson kid is good. R.J. Barrett. Nah, they ain't beating the 76ers, I don't think.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Cavs and Nets.
Could go either. Nah, I'm just playing. That was for you.
With our coaching, I don't think that's a far off statement.
Come on, man. You can't be talking like that, Zarina. The Cavs got that. I mean, they should. The Cavs got that.
Hey, I mean... All right, let's move on to the Western Conference. Let's look at the play-in. The Lakers and the Jazz, 9 and 10. That's a play-in game. I'll go with the Lakers. I know
the Lakers are going to win the championship. Okay.
No.
As sure as this matches, the Lakers are going to win the championship. No, I mean
the Cavs all day. Neo chasing. Yeah, Cavs will win that. Yeah, I definitely think so.
People saying that. Mr. 06CC and DOJ, these are Cleveland people saying that. Of course they're going to say, shout out to y'all. It's good to see y'all. But of course they're going to say that. But nah, the Lakers, hey, Utah has overachieved. Like, nobody think they was going to be shit losing Donovan and Gobert. I really wish the Cavs still had marketing, but you had to give up something to get something, But to me, the Cavs would be straight going forward. All they need is a really good 3. If they had Harrison Barnes or Kyle Kuzma, that's all they really need, and that'd be straight.
Yeah, we need a backup big off the bench because, Jared Allen is out, and we we could have used him this game. We definitely did suffer without him, but Mr. Kingsley says, "I love you, bro, but it's a no." No to the Lakers winning the championship. I'm assuming that's who he's responding
Yes,
to.
all right. That's all right. I'll see.
It's
They
okay
gonna bring.
to want your favorite team to win. I want the Cavs to win. I would love for them to go to at least go to the finals, the Eastern Conference Finals. But
Yeah, I mean,
do I think they're gonna win? Probably not.
they're gonna
No.
bring out all the old Lakers: Kareem, Barry West, Magic, James Worthy, Jamal Wilk, Cooper, Robert Horry, Rick Fox, Derek Fisher, Kobe's wife, Shaq. They're all gonna be there. Pau Gasol. They might even dig up niggas like Devin George and them. You know what I'm saying? Dig them all up. Lakers about to win the
No.
championship. Lakers and fuck.
All right. Okay. Ooh, excuse me. Playing game. Lakers Jazz. We got the Lakers. All right. Timberwolves. Oh my God. I didn't know the Mavericks fell so far from grace. The Mavericks are in 8th place. So the Timberwolves and the Mavericks for the play-in. That's awful.
Right quick. And
That
again,
is truly awful.
don't worry
Like
about
you
the time.
traded away.
Don't worry about the time either. I'm enjoying this.
But that's awful. The Mavericks, like that is awful. Like really? Like you
I really
traded
don't.
away. That was the stupidest move I've ever seen. Like
Getting Kyrie?
for what? So y'all could just lose in the first round and get blown out every game by like 90
They
points?
have to gels, Arena. You know this.
Yes, but also too, but you just traded for like another ball dominant guard. Like somebody's gonna have to take a reduction in their role, and it ain't gonna be Kyrie.
I just think that this was kind of like a shot in the dark. I feel like they're just renting Kyrie, and I don't feel like he's going to stay there.
Hence
And I think
why I said it's a stupid move.
well, I mean, if it just gets him, he's in the Western Conference now. Now after this, he can go to the Lakers, and we'd really be good. Then we'll have Schroeder coming off the bench. D'Angelo Russell will go to the two, and we'll be good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. See, yeah, dude landed. He said that. See,
It was just, yeah, it was a stupid move. Like, y'all
back-to-back.
are now in the 8th seed. You're looking at a playing game with the Timberwolves. I'm not sure the Mavericks win that game.
Nah, man. I mean,
And as
I'm gonna
trash
stop being.
as the Timberwolves have been, like,
See, it's been shown this season that you can stop Luka. People calling him Luka Magic and Luka Bird and all this bullshit. The motherfucker
Luka
couldn't carry
feels
either one.
very doughboy.
Huh?
Yeah, he gets flustered really easily. I remember the Cavs played him. We flustered his ass pretty easily. He gets flustered.
Yeah, the young kid Vanderbilt lock him up a couple Sundays ago, and then last week he got flustered. Oh, with Booker and them.
Yeah.
Like when it doesn't go his way and the calls aren't falling, he's a different player, and you can't win like that. You know it.
Yeah.
You can't win like that. I mean, it's all right to be frustrated, but shit, take it out on what Larry Bird would do? He would take it out on the team.
Yeah.
Magic would take it out on the team. He's not on their level.
He's
good.
not, and I really wish that Luka Magic name would go away because it's not even close.
And you know me. You know Magic is my favorite player. I might slap a nigga if he said that in my presence. Just fuck up. No Magic.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I would even have to say the Timberwolves. Okay, so let's say
I think Dallas can still beat the Timberwolves.
All right. So let's say the Timberwolves lose the play-in. So now it'll be between the Jazz and the Timberwolves for who will be the 8th seed. So, well, no, I'm sorry. I forgot how it goes. So if the Lakers and Jazz, okay, the winner of the game of 9 and 10 has to play the loser of 7 and 8, right? Is that how it goes with the plan?
think so. This ain't really our era. Me and you with this
Right. I'm
pledge.
trying to figure out, like,
Feel
wait,
like
wait, 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 wait. So I'm like, do the Lakers have to win 2 games in order to be the eighth seed, or I forget how it goes, but
kind
either
of.
way, it's a jumbled mess between 7 through 10 in the Western Conference. So
The good thing is, though, it is a playoff atmosphere. It's like pre-playoffs. It's like
sorry, excuse me, guys.
so. Oh man.
All right. Well, since we won't know who would be the eighth seed or the seventh seed, let's start. Okay, so let's do the 3 and 6. Ooh, the Grizzlies and the Warriors. If the playoffs started today, that would be a first round matchup. That will be
Let's hope for
hilarious
that.
if that happened.
Let's hope for that.
Oh my goodness. And then the Suns and the Clippers, 4 and 5. That would
Also
be,
look good.
yeah, yeah. I got the Suns for that one. I do.
Even though
I
I
got the
feel like
Suns.
I hang with them, I can't pick the Clippers. You know me. I mean, I hate the Clippers more than the Celtics. So, yeah, fuck the Clippers. Fuck them.
All right. So yeah, if the playoffs were to start today, I mean that's where we have it at. Of course, a lot can happen in the next couple of weeks while the NBA season is wrapping up. And again, when we have our next episode, we'll have a bit more of a clearer picture of who's going to be in the play-in and what matchups look like, and then we can really put in our predictions. We may even put some money on them.
Let me see here. So, I'm going to do something on the air. I'm supposed to be in Cleveland right now, but I am not. So, when I make it up there next month, I'm going to say this. The Lakers, you know what? I'm going to wait till we're on the phone after this. I didn't even go do it on the show yet. Maybe the next one. I'm going to wait. Can't come out the West. That's a bit ambitious.
Yeah, I mean, whoever the Kings play in the first round are all teams who have playoff experience, and they have none. So that will be a very interesting first round matchup because the Kings have now moved into the second place spot in the West. So they have overachieved this season, but I don't have high hopes for them either coming out of the first round fairly easily. I mean, if it's a 7-game series with one of those playoff teams, I pick the other team. I don't pick the Kings.
Yeah, I mean, with the trio of De'Aaron Fox, Malik Monk, and Mike Brown, I'm not worried.
You forgot about Sabonis. He's been balling.
I'm not worried.
I mean, they have a good core going for it, but I mean, not yet. They're still too young, so.
Man, like they got Weber, Bibby, or anybody in that. I'm sorry. I'm old. I'm sorry. I'm old. That was the last time the Kings were good.
And even then, they're like that controversial. Like, wasn't there some controversy with them, like with some calls against the Lakers and?
I've never heard of such things.
Oh boy.
When we was together, they had Tyreek Evans. Niggas had lighted in the bottle. That shit was one season. Pew!
Whatever happened to Tyreek Evans? Because people were like hyping him up to be like on par with like LeBron. That was like
good rookie season. I don't know what happened to him.
Yeah. I mean, is he playing for the Guangdong Tigers, Shanghai Sharks?
I didn't even go speak. I don't even know. I just know because when I remember that season that he was a rookie. Well, you remember that was one of the last years we had League Pass. So I'd be like, well, ain't nothing on TV. I guess I'll watch the Sacramento Kings play the Memphis Grizzlies at the time. Like, just two badass teams. Like, it's late. I can't sleep. Fuck it. I'm going to watch these niggas. But, so I watched them a lot. And I was like, man, this kid's going to be something. But I don't know. I don't know what happened to him.
Yeah, last time I heard, he's with the G League team. He had some charges with, or not charges, but he had some issues with some drugs. He violated the anti-drug policy, so.
I hate to hear that.
Yeah. I mean, there was a lot of promise with him too, but sucks that it didn't pan out the way it should have with his career, and he couldn't really stay in the league. Um, so I guess that leads us to get into our hot button topic of the night is the MVP race. So right now with the MVP standings, I think I glanced at it like a day or so ago. Right now, Jokic is number one in the MVP standings. I think it was Joel Embiid is number two, and Giannis is number three. So we were talking earlier, and we kind of brought up the point: is Jokic really deserving of a third MVP award? And you had some very strong feelings about it, and you know, in the context of, and also I wanted to kind of bring up a point here. What defines an MVP? Because I feel like the definition has changed over the years. Is it the best player on the best team, or is it the player that without the team, without that player, they would just, I mean, what can you make a case for as far as MVP? Like, and is Jokic really deserving of a third MVP award, and why so? And we all kind of, me and you kind of have the same sentiments where we feel, I think he's kind of overhyped. So
people want him to be Larry Bird so bad. He is not.
yeah,
Because you know, if they give him a third MVP, it's going to be memes all over Instagram where it's going to have Larry Bird 84, 85, 86. Because he was the last person to get three in a row. Michael Jordan never even got three in a row. You can't. He's good, but you can't tell me he's the best player in the NBA. I'm sorry. You can't tell me he's the best. And to me, the MVP is the best player. It's not even necessarily the best team because, I mean, what we're about to get into in a minute, show, you know, you ain't always got to have the best team. I mean, I can go back in history and be like, nah, this player should have won instead of that, you know, but I don't feel like he should have one, but not three. I mean, he's one away from having as many as LeBron. Like, come on. He's already got more keys than Kobe and Shaq. Like, that's ridiculous.
So Mr. Kingsley chimed in, Tatum should be MVP. I think he's in agreement with us where we don't think Jokic deserves an MVP. Yeah, Mr. 06cc is saying he's a walking triple-double. I'm assuming you're referring to Jokic as a walking triple-double.
So is Westbrook.
True. I think the hype is because he's a center doing all of this and he's the other shade, so to speak. He's the other shades, and he's a center doing all of this. I get why the hype, but I don't think he's the best player. Absolutely not. I quite frankly think he's a bit overrated. He's extremely slow. I don't watch too many of his highlights and stats. I don't know how good he is on defense, but can he be NBA all defense? You know, is he that good? You know, to warrant all of this? Let me see.
I mean, he's made it to one Western Conference final, and that was in the bubble. Niggas always want to put an asterisk by the Lakers. Oh, well, that was their championship, but they won it in the bubble. This motherfucker only went to one Western Conference final, and it was in the bubble. You know?
Yeah.
Come on. Like, I'm not saying he's not good. He's not great.
Yeah.
But what is he, you know, so what if he's a center doing that?
Yeah.
He's only a center because there ain't no real centers. You know,
True.
would he be doing this if it was Shaq and David Robinson and Hakeem and Patrick Ewing and, you know, come on. Like,
there's true. We did talk about that. And somebody in the comments, L. Will brought up that Embiid is getting robbed right now. The MVP should be the one who consistently contributes to a winning team that crumbles and has a terrible plus minus when they're not on the court, which I agree. But then the MVP race, though, gets kind of muddy because you can say that for any of those teams with mega stars. You can say that with the Bucks. You can say that with the Sixers. You can say that with the Celtics, with Tatum, although to a lesser extent. Um, but I do agree with that sentiment that it should be going to the best. I feel like it's a mix of both. What you're saying, Chris, the best overall player in the NBA, and also the best player to where if he was missing, his team would consistently. A true MVP to me was like LeBron back in like what, like
2000.
06, 07. Yeah, like
That's well, we're gonna get into that.
like what?
Like,
You know? And
know
you
what?
could probably think of some seasons where Kobe was a true MVP,
Yeah.
where if he was
Like,
not there.
I'm gonna get flagrant here, and I'm I've been holding back, but part of why he's getting that is because he is a white man. I said it. Okay,
Yeah,
they want him to be Larry Bird so bad.
yeah.
He is not.
I don't disagree with you on that sentiment.
I do feel like that is a factor. I mean, with anything, it's just like when you're in student council at school, a lot of that is popularity. And this motherfucker is Denver ain't popular, you know? Like, part of that is they got to have somebody who represents them. It was sort of like when we had Peyton Hillis and he was on the cover of Madden. You know, it's like, well, a white dude that's a running back. Like, it matters. It's a factor. You know, I'm sorry. Like, it just is. It's a factor. You know, they was loving that when Nash won it those 2 years, and then they gave it to Dirk instead of, the league with Kobe and LeBron and Kevin Garnett. And come on, man, it's a factor.
I do think they do it. I feel like they feel it makes the game more global and more palatable to a global audience. So I definitely do agree with what you said. And as much as like JJ Redick disagreed, like we all know what it is. We all know.
Yeah, I mean,
so
yeah, it's a factor. I'm not gonna say it's the sole reason, but it's a factor that Nikola Jokic is. I mean, even though he's a foreigner, he's still white.
Yeah.
Right. Whatever he is, I don't really know.
Sir, I don't know either.
Not American white, but still white.
I just, for as great as he is, and piggybacking off of what you said, if it were other centers in the league, I don't think it would be this. I don't even consider him dominant. To me, he's too slow. Like, he's the focal point of their offense. He can see over the defense. I'm like, yes, it's very strange to have that skill set as a center. I won't even say strange, but I just
like,
I don't want to say overrated, but I'm leaning towards he's a bit overrated for me. So
no, all he is what Arvydas Sabonis would have been if he would have got to the NBA sooner, because he was kind of old when he finally got to the NBA, but he had like the same game. Like, again, his slowness, it shows in the playoffs. That's why they don't have any playoff success.
Yeah.
They got other good players around him, but again, I'm just gonna say, you can't tell me he's better than Giannis. Hell, as old as LeBron is, you can't even tell me he's better than him.
That's the point that I was gonna make. I mean,
my bad, I didn't mean to steal your thunder there.
No, but I don't think he's better than LeBron, even at LeBron's old ass age. I just don't. I don't.
Is he better than Anthony Davis? If Anthony Davis could stay a full season healthy and play like he's been playing the last month or two,
and
he's not even better than him.
If they met up in the playoff series, man, AD would smoke Jokic. Like, it would smoke him.
Like, it just, I'm sorry. Like, you can't tell me that's the best player in the NBA.
Yeah.
Like, so you're saying he's better than Kyrie, better than LeBron, better than KD,
better than Giannis, better than Tatum, better than Embiid. I feel like right now, and I will say this, I feel like Embiid is the better player. And he is.
Last year.
Yeah.
Over Jokic. Yeah.
Embiid's the better player. Head to head, like,
I don't even
Embiid
like
is really.
I don't even like him. He's another one. He talks a lot of shit and never have won nothing. But I would even give it to him over Jokic. He deserved it last year and got snubbed. Tatum should be the MVP this year.
Yeah.
You know, Boston is the way they are largely because of him.
True. But I've also seen a lot of Boston, and I know that they tend to have a tendency to choke a little bit and chuck and not.
So does Denver.
I don't know. Blow big leads. Yeah. And I've seen Boston play pretty decently without Tatum. So as far as the team collapsing when he's not there, I don't know.
Like, I just wish I had the pot.
But
if I could just merge. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, I will say, I don't think Jokic should not get it a third time. Absolutely not.
Yeah, like if I could just merge today's game with the other eras, like again, somebody like Kareem or even Shaq, they will have Jokic in foul trouble. He wouldn't be able to do nothing. Hakeem, you know, with the dream shake, you know what I mean? I wish that he could play against.
True
That happens a
sinners.
lot where I'm like, this dude, like, if he could have played against so-and-so, that's how I know I'm getting old, but
Yeah.
he can't. He's not the best player in the NBA. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. He's taking advantage of an era where there's no true centers, where the true center has disappeared. Let's put it that way. Just how I feel about how Nicki Minaj came out in the era of no true female rappers.
The nice little analogy there.
So, you know, people are gassing her up, and I'm like, no, bro, no, absolutely not.
Hey,
so
when she first came out, she was doing it. She had a lot of good features. That monster verse on that Kanye.
And don't get me wrong, the crazy part is I like Nicki, but she's done some questionable shit where I'm like, girl, like, you didn't go as hard as you could have, but she also faced unique challenges when she came up in the era that she did. So, you know, it's all relative, but yeah, I definitely think Jokic is capitalizing off the fact that he has no, outside of Embiid, I mean, no super real true competition. And his skill set is unique, but
yeah, if DeAndre Ayton has some heart, he'd be more comp for him too. But
yeah, he's soft as shit. Like, yeah.
Anyway. Hey, where we at now? This is so good. I'm enjoying this.
Mr. Kingsley calls her she a fucking clown as well. Hey, yeah, like she just could have did more, and I just feel like she's just. But that's a conversation for another day, another episode. All right, so we got about 12 minutes left. One of the other things we were talking about is when it comes to MVP. Going back, was that the 05-06 year, and Steve Nash won the MVP that year, and it should have went to Kobe.
Yeah, it was just too soon from the trial, and the Lakers got beat. Like, to me, whoever was gonna win that first round series was gonna get it, because you know Lakers were up 3-1. I hate to say they choked, but they choked. But they were really overachieving. They weren't really ready to go further. And it would have been hard. If they had to beat Phoenix, they'd have went and played the Clippers, and that's never happened, I don't think, where the Lakers have played the Clippers in a playoff series. But I don't think they would have beat them. So, yeah, Kobe should have been the MVP in 2006. Nash should have won in 05, most definitely, but not in 06. And I mean, we can go through the years. LeBron should have won in 07.
Yeah.
Worst team of all time NBA Finals.
Right, and that clearly he got robbed that year because they gave it to Dirk that year, right? And then
and we believe Warriors smoked him in the first round. Like, how you gonna be MVP?
we believe Baron Davis and all them was
Barnes.
Yep.
Al Harrington.
Yeah.
Michael Petrus. Ooh.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I used to hate that dude. All right. Kobe got it in 08. It was his first and only. There were a couple other years he could have gotten it, but I feel like they used to hold the fact that he was playing with Shaq against him. To be in 09, LeBron or Kobe could have won. Yeah. One of them was going to get it. You know, same thing with 10. but to me, LeBron had such a great year in 2010. The Cavs won the 61 games and the 66 the year before.
Yeah.
You know, Derrick Rose in 2011.
I want to say something shady about John Morant, but I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, nah, I know what you're gonna say, knowing you, but we ain't gonna say that. Hopefully that doesn't end up for him that same way.
Yeah.
But I mean,
And shout out to everybody that's joining in now. Flagrant 1 and 2 podcast coming to you bi-weekly, and we have Tony 2 times. Hey, what's going on?
Big Joe 26.
Hey, what's going on? Thank you so much for joining, and thank you all so much for the input on the conversation. It's been really fun so far.
Yeah. So who we got? 12. Oh, LeBron 12 and 13. Like after the Mavericks lost, LeBron went to like a whole nother level. So he deserved those
Yeah,
two.
he was the absolute beast. That would be a great topic for our next show is when do we feel like LeBron's prime? Was he the better version of himself in Miami, or was he the better version of himself the second time in Cleveland?
Yeah, we may have to revisit that. Right now, off the top of my head, I'm going to just say Miami. But, it depends. The league shifted a little bit in that time, too. So,
yeah.
I
mean, he was a beast in Miami. Like, he definitely, they were quite unstoppable.
So, let's see here. 2014 was KD. I could live with that. 2015 and 16, Curry. Woo!
Yeah. I'm not going to argue with that.
Yeah, that's all I can say. Especially 16. Like, Curry was doing everything, man. Like, but LeBron still was having monster years that year.
Yeah.
Too. So.
And it also, you would almost hope that the finals MVP holds more weight than the regular season MVP, but,
Yeah. You would hope.
Yeah.
Delonte, Greater Good Apparel. My boy
Curry was getting busy in 16. Yes, he was. Yeah.
I still remember that game against OKC where he just shot it. It was like in front of the half court. Like,
shoot it from the logo. You remember? My goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or what? Westbrook 17, the triple double thing. I get it. They really wanted to give it to Harden, so they gave it to him the next year. Then Giannis won.
Harden to me, I think is my most hated. I don't hate him. I just feel like
I don't like.
They had him on the NBA 75. Like what? Why?
Hey, look, I don't like him at all. I never have. I didn't like him when he was on OKC, but I don't know, man. From like 16 through 19, man, it's hard to deny. Especially, he should have been the MVP in 2019. Harden. Some of the shit he was doing, that was right before he kind of started to fall off. I mean, he was averaging like 36. Like, he should have been the MVP at 19.
Yeah.
Giannis won, and then he won the next year. And it's been Jokic ever since Giannis stopped winning.
Yeah, I hope they don't give that shit to him this year. Yeah. And then Souls and Things says, I still believe LeBron might have never hit his best due to him leaving Cleveland and playing with so many stars.
So, I'm going to say this. LeBron didn't have to work as hard when he was in Miami. I mean, he was
absolutely.
jumping through people. But I feel like some of his best games were with the Cavs after he came back.
Yeah.
That 2015 finals.
Oh, he was.
He should have been the first MVP on a losing team since Jerry West. Like, they only give it to the player who's guarding LeBron if LeBron doesn't win. Like, they gave it to Iguodala the year before. They gave it to Kawhi Leonard because they stopped LeBron. But did you really? Kawhi
Yeah,
Leonard stopped LeBron, and he still averaged 27, 8, and 8. Is that stopping him?
right. It's not really stopping him at all. Um, yeah, that 2015, I was watching something on YouTube, and they were basically saying, had not Kyrie and Kevin Love went out, I mean, we'd be looking at a different story. Because the Warriors didn't really become the Warriors until the 2016 season. Of course, they won, the 73 games. Um, they were still beatable in 2015, 2014, 2015.
No, they were still
Um,
people in 16. I mean, the Thunder should have beaten them.
yeah, I mean, the Thunder were up 3-1, and you choked it away, and you let them come all the way back. And then Kevin Durant's, that's another thing with him. Like, he's such an anomaly to me because what? Like, you join with the team who just beat you. Like,
Be like LeBron going to play with the Celtics or Golden State.
like, I don't know. I've always had an asterisk by Kevin Durant.
Just like if you
Always.
somehow won a championship with Phoenix, it still wouldn't be the same. It's like, nigga, you never won one on your own.
Yeah. I believe if Seattle was still around, I think Durant would have been a supersonic lifer. But that's just my opinion. If they were still around. So,
If
yeah.
LeBron had one of the series, the Cavs win.
I,
That's fair.
I do believe that. Yeah, I do believe that. Kyrie more so than anything, because Kyrie was on one. Like,
Yeah, he was giving it to Curry. The only player during that time that I feel like Kyrie used to struggle with was Westbrook. Because Westbrook was just as fast, and to me, he was a little more athletic and better finisher. Kyrie, I shouldn't say finisher. Kyrie could dunk, but like Westbrook, it's kind of like some of his dunks, especially during that time, that just sucked the
he's
life
more
out of him.
athletic. Yeah, he was more athletic than Kyrie, but Kyrie was the better ball handler, better shooter. I don't know. Dude went to the Suns because they went to the finals. Hey, yeah, he is a ring chaser. Like, I don't feel like KD's a number one option either. Like, I can't. What'd you say?
No, you got it.
No, I was just saying that, you know how I felt when, like, Kyrie, KD, James Harden, I was like, great, a team full of beta males just linking up to win nothing and blowing up. So I just don't think KD has it in him to will his team to a championship.
Like a passive aggressive nigga.
Yeah, you still have to have other stars around you. And maybe, like, and that's where I want to talk about LeBron's greatness. Like, and Jordan, too. Like, we've seen them will their teams. Kobe, too, yes. Will their teams to some improbable wins. And I don't see that for KD. It's not in his makeup. It's not in his DNA. As great of a player as he is, but it's just not in his DNA, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, even though it was for a season, and I don't like him either. I mean, Kawhi Leonard willed the Raptors to win.
Yeah.
He's overrated to me. That's just me. I know he's good, but for a while there, they were trying to say he had the same kind of heart as Jordan and Kobe, and I'm like, this motherfucker be taking low management seriously every other day off. How much better would I be at my job at Converse if I only had to work half the time and still get paid for the full time? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm kind of like, come on, man. They pay you millions of dollars. You can at least be out there every time. Now, if you hurt. But if you just, I'm going to take this night off because, I got to save myself. That's how these niggas be getting hurt all the time. Okay.
Right.
If you're going to get hurt, you're going to get hurt. So.
Man, the Pelicans are beating the shit out of the Trailblazers 112-75. Like, they must not be playing or something because ain't no way.
At that 75, he might have 50. You know what I'm saying? So, oh, man.
All right. It's about 9. We're gonna wrap it up here. We're looking at some of the marquee matchups this week. Tomorrow, we got the Suns and Warriors at 10 o'clock. Katie's out, so it's like, eh. You got the Grizzlies and Mavericks. Tonight we have the Knicks and Lakers. Like I said, the further away the Knicks are from the 5th seed, the better. So yeah,
Let's go,
I'm going
Lakers.
for the Lakers.
Lakers are winning the championship this year. I said it. They're coming out the West, and they're going to beat whoever comes out of the East. If we had this team for the whole season, there's no telling where we would be. We might be in the 2nd or 3rd seed, maybe even number 1.
Hey, I'm glad you have confidence. I really like that. I wish I could say the same thing about the Cavs. They just show me different.
Hey,
and I love them. I love this young team.
You know, I got this Lakers hat right here. You know, it's in my skin. It's always a part of me. Let's go, Lakers.
Tuesday we have the Lakers and Pelicans and the Bucks and the Suns. That's going to be interesting.
2 good games. Watching them both.
Yeah. Wednesday we got 76ers and Cavaliers. I'm definitely going to be watching that. We really need a good win against a good team that's fully healthy. Like the last game against Boston, it didn't count. I mean, it counted towards the win total, but they didn't have Tatum. They didn't have Horford. They didn't have Robert Williams. Like,
I wish the Lakers had Robert Williams, man. That dude is a problem.
Did Chris just lie on the flake era? I don't.
Chris, did you say the Lakers is coming out the West? Yes, Faith, I did. Lakers winning it all. Let's go. Championship 18. We're going to finally pass the Celtics. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. And I can't wait to be like, I told y'all. I'm going to be like, Debo, who else wants up? Who else wants up? Beat him down, beat you down. Watch.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
Hey, you've been hearing this for what, 15, 20 years now, Zarita?
I still think it's the Nuggets to lose as far as them going to the finals.
Niggas don't know how to win, man.
I still think it's the Nuggets to lose. Or if I'm a betting woman, I still think Golden State has one more run.
I mean, again, daylight savings messed up, Chris.
I love that.
Shout out Souls and Things. That's my guy. Oh, man.
I'm glad this conversation will be saved so we can reference it. Yes, because he's making some very bold claims right now. And like I said, you said the West is wide open. I can accept that. The Lakers winning everything. Like I said,
I can see it now.
I think the championship. I think the champion is going to come from the East. I do think an Eastern Conference team will win the finals. That's my prediction.
I can see it now.
The East is just too good this year.
They're going to have Kareem, Jerry West, Magic, James Worthy. They all going to come down on the floor when they win. It would be wrong if it was the Lakers and Celtics. The league wants something like that. They want Jokic to be Larry Bird, and they want the Lakers and the Celtics to – can you imagine how much more of Jokic you would see if he was on Boston? They really would be having a fit then, or if he or Luka were on the Celtics. You'd be seeing them on TV every day. I'm telling you, Lakers and Celtics, finals. It's going to happen.
Disgusting. Absolutely not.
Hey, the league wanted.
It's going to be like Denver and Boston or like Denver and Milwaukee.
Man, anybody go watch that if it's Denver and Milwaukee? No, that's still a factor. Just like what we said with Jokic being what he is. Hey,
AD gets hurt putting on his socks.
Look,
and that's the thing. Look, that's a great point. Street clothes is going to need to be able to be available for the series.
You know how great that would be for the NBA if they were able to get the Lakers and the Celtics in the finals again?
No,
they're working on that.
No,
right
it
now.
Would not be. We don't care. We hate them.
Hey, you gonna have motherfuckers.
No,
I'm telling you, you have motherfuckers that ain't watched the finals since 2010. Like, oh, the Lakers and the Celtics is in the finals. I'm telling you, why?
I hate that.
Why?
Nobody cares. Like,
You think people are lined up to watch Denver and Milwaukee? Now, I know the market shit doesn't matter as much as it used to, but still, ain't nobody watching that.
If it comes to them watching Jokic get like a finals MVP or compete in the finals, they're going to tune in.
He can't do that. He can't. I don't think he can. You know, I'm telling you, easy win.
I can't wait for these episodes during the playoffs. This is going to be funny shit.
Hey, I'm telling you, the Lakers had this roster at the beginning of the season. We'd be in the 2 seed at least. Be killing shit. Telling you.
Maybe a strong 6.
We're almost at
A
that
strong
now.
6.
What do you mean?
A strong 6. Mr. 06 says easy
now,
win for Boston. Yeah, it will be an easy win for Boston.
The Lakers is better than the Cavs right now. There, I said it. I'm drawing a line in the sand. You know how I feel about you? We've known each other for a long time, but I said it. The Lakers are better than the Cavs right now.
I think you're just excited at the fact that they got some really good role players, and I love that for you. But I'm sorry, they're not. they're no.
They're not better than the Cavs.
It's a hard no. It's a hard no. And people in the comments, please help me out. But that's a hard no. Now, if LeBron was to come back to the Cavs, oh baby, man. Even at 39 years old, this man, listen, we'd be running through the East.
I don't want that.
Like some hoes.
because you remember, you know, I mean, I didn't never want LeBron to go to the Lakers. You know me. I never wanted that to happen. I wanted him to stay in Cleveland. I thought it was good for our city that he was there, and the Cavs were going to be able to have the East locked down. They probably still would have the East locked down if he was there. But I'm going to just say this. The Lakers are better than the Cavs right now.
No, they're not. No, absolutely not. How? Let's go. Let's look at the rosters. Let's do a comparison because right. You really think D'Angelo Russell is better than fucking Darius Garland? Wow.
Yes. Absolutely.
No, absolutely not. He was trash in Minnesota. He was garbage.
He got a new life.
He's still garbage.
With the Lakers. He's back.
He's still garbage.
He with Kobe. He learned at the feet of Kobe. He's crazy. He's better than him.
Still garbage. Oh,
Darius
boy.
Garland,
You know how much I don't even know who's on their roster now. Like, LeBron and AD. Okay, whatever. D'Angelo Russell. Dennis Schroeder. Does Dennis Schroeder start for them? Schroeder, whatever the fuck his name is.
That's a day-to-day thing. I don't even know. You know, you got Austin Reeves. You know, the white boy. He can do a lot. You've got Vanderbilt. He locked up Luka. You know, you got Malik Beasley. You got Scottie Pippen's son. You know, you got some players on that team, man.
We still beat them. We will beat them. If the Cavs right now and the Lakers played a 7-game series,
Island under the hoop, smiling, not blocking shots. You know, cheesing.
We will beat them. Mr. 66 say what the fuck. It is a big what the fuck for me too.
The Lakers are better than the Cavs right now.
No, they are not. No, they are not. No, they are not. No, they're not. Nope.
They have Luka looking silly.
The Lakers are barely better than the Pelicans. Like, what are you talking about?
Chris, you were stretching it tonight. What's up, Keisha? Look, I'm telling you, the Lakers are going to come out of the West. Lakers are going to come out of the West. And they're better than the Cavs. You know, I love you.
They're not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Now I'm about to turn. Now I'm about to. I'm actually hope the Knicks beat the fucking Lakers tonight.
Huh?
Oh,
like,
boy.
Damn, Chris was right. You're going to see all kinds of schemes. I'm telling you, like, it's going to be rough.
And who's their coach again? Darvin Ham is still the coach?
Yeah.
Okay. That alone is a no. That's going to be a no for me. No, it's a big no. Coaching alone.
You complain to me about JB Bickerstaff every other day. Every time we're on the phone.
But so does every team's fans complain about their coach.
Look.
Do you know how many Celtics fans are complaining about Joe Mazzulla after they've lost like four of the last 5 games?
Darvin Ham was at least an NBA player, so he's got a feel for the game. Can we say that about JB Bickerstaff? What is going to be? Hey, Dad, back in 1987 when you was coaching the Sonics and they was playing the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals, what did you do here? What is he calling up to him during the game? You said he can't coach. You said it.
So, unfortunately, LeBron in a 7-game series will require those magic shots Pat took in the Super Bowl.
Hey, as long as they got him, that's fine. You know? Watch. Lakers coming out the West.
You know, thank you guys for joining and watching. You know, Chris is on one tonight. You know, his Lakers got incrementally better, just a smidge better, and he's just all out going in on them. Hey, but that's what you're supposed to do as a fan. You trade, revitalizes, you know, the fan base. No, no, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Not better than the Cavs.
You don't feel like the Lakers are better than the Cavs?
No. Nope. We'll beat them. If we played a 7-game series with them,
with the Lakers,
we will beat them. Yeah, we will beat them. KD would get
Sports Center.
Hey. Yeah, I feel like the Cavs would beat them.
LeBron would turn it back on. He had on the headband, you know what I'm saying, dunking. He looked like he had on the Cavs uniform playing with the Lakers against the Cavs.
Keeping the face said, nope.
Listen, I am from Cleveland. I'm one of the few people that moved away from Cleveland that miss it. I wish I was there with you right now. But, you know, I would still be saying this. Think about it. Any Lakers game we've been to, I've worn Lakers stuff, no matter how good or bad the Cavs.
Yeah, but you got to be realistic, and I don't think you're being realistic in this situation.
Realistic. It's anybody's West.
I don't think the Cavs are going to make it past the second round, and I love the Cavs. That's me being realistic. There isn't even a question of them getting past or out of the first round. That's me being realistic. As much as I love them, I'm realistic. I think you're erring on the side of delusion right now. But that's okay, though.
I mean, am I not talking about a team with LeBron James and Anthony Davis?
LeBron James, where Father Time is catching up to him in street clothes, Anthony Davis? Okay.
I mean, that's like me saying, well,
and an inexperienced coach.
The Cavs are better because of one dude came? They have largely the same team.
I never said. I've always said that. I've said this season. I think the Cavs definitely need some personnel changes, and I definitely think they need a coaching change. And I'm not being delusional about where they stand. You know, they play good basketball. They can definitely be a lot better. But I'm not delusional about my team.
Rob Pelinka should be GM of the year with some of these moves he done pulled off.
He was like seconds away from being fired. If he didn't do anything, then he would have been let go. He was like seconds away from being like rocketed into the sun if he didn't make any moves.
Come on, Serena. This is the Lakers we're talking about.
Hey, I love that for you. I love what you're saying about your team. You should, but you know, just make sure you don't err on the side of delusion. It'll be interesting once they get into the play-in, like, because that's a hurdle they got to get through. A play-in
It's not
series.
even about the play-in. They're going to be in a regular seed. It's not even about the play-in anymore.
So you think they can reach the 6th seed by the end of the season?
Absolutely.
Which is all right. Okay.
Are you? You ain't getting your lip is curling up like you're getting mad. You aren't getting mad at me, are you?
No, not at all.
I want to make sure. You know, I was getting a flashback like we was back in 2008 or something. You know what I'm saying? Kobe versus LeBron.
Side note, we used to argue about Kobe and LeBron. Like heated arguments.
Heated. I'd be like, Dad, she might not ever call me again after this one. You know what I'm saying? So, whew. But yeah, Lakers by the
So in order for the Lakers to get into the 6th seed, right now the Warriors are in the 6th seed, and Lakers are 33 and 34. Mm-hmm. The Warriors are 35 and 33, which there's not a lot of games that separate them.
Ah. It can happen, Serena. As long as they get there.
I'm not saying. All right. Well,
hey, the Rockets was a 6th seed in 95. They won a championship. Anything's possible.
No, I'm low-key kind of wishing the Knicks will beat the Lakers tonight. So,
just because I said all this shit. Oh man, that's how you go. That's how you gonna do. That's how you gonna do me. It's cool. It's cool. Let's go, Lakers.
Let me see. All right. Well, we'll see. You know, we'll be back in a couple of weeks. And again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you for the love and the support. Thank you all for your contributions to this chat. We have fun. definitely want to continue this conversation. Definitely want to see how the Lakers end up, since Chris here is very confident in their abilities. So
Lakers 2023. It's gonna happen. If y'all don't feel it this way, send me an inbox. Tell me why they won't.
I think I think most people won't bother to do that because they know they're not winning.
Okay, I guess we'll close it off. Are you available for conversation after this?
I would be. I will be looking at the game. I'll be looking at the Lakers and the Knicks, and then we'll see how it plays out. Cause yeah, we'll see.
Hey, appreciate everybody in the comments. My wonderful co-host, Beauty Bazarina. If you all aren't following her, make sure and follow her. She's doing big things out here, about to do even more. You know, y'all see the baby hair with the braids, you know what I'm saying? Fresh out, you know, that's what I'm talking about. So, but thanks, y'all. We're going to go ahead and watch this game, and we'll talk to y'all soon.
All right,
Peace.
thanks, guys. Bye.